Hello, family and friends, and as always, my beloved veterans, it's Emilio Roman, live here from Atlantic City. And since my beautiful wife, Daniela Roman, is not here with me, I have to have Teddy.
Oh, look what you have.
So I'm with my beautiful wife, Daniela, who is on the other side of the globe.
Um, I'm having that sound again.
Okay,
Just give
that's
me a.
okay. That's okay. We're not going to be here long.
There you are.
Um,
I got it.
okay.
You're
All right. Yeah. So, guys and gals, we're not going to come on for very long, but we wanted to bring you this edition because Daniela, last time when we went to Costa Rica, it was an amazing time, and I Daniela and I, we tell the story all the time, uh, how she resisted, and there's so many wonderful things. And as you know, this is that time of year that we were preparing to go, and we went. And so there's a message in all of this. And Daniela, tell people about your 30-year fear.
Ooh, that rhymes. Well, it started, yeah, literally over 30 years ago now. Um, as a kid, I was never, the beach and stuff like that. I was never one to just go jump in the water. And when I was about 15, 16, I was at a friend's house and it was a pool party. And I was standing on the side. Somebody that I didn't even know just pushed me in the deep end. And I panicked. And to me, I mean, we all heard Emilio's story, when somebody did the same thing to him, but he was smaller. He was like 8 or 9, I think.
Mhm.
And I guess it's all choice. He chose to swim his way out, got out, and threw himself back in. Well, I just panicked, got out, and never got back in
Wow.
for
I,
30
I'm
years.
laughing, but I know where you're coming from, Danielle. I know where you're coming from because it was terrifying for me. Uh, but different environment. I grew up in the city, Camden, and I've always wanted to go out and be being the boy, right? So there's a whole different energy here. So when the gentleman and what Danielle was referring to was when I was about 8 years old, and so we're going to relay this back to both of our. We both have the same situation happen, but what do you do with it, and
Yeah.
how can that create a life trauma? This is what we're getting at. So I was about 7, 8 years old. I grew up in Camden, New Jersey, and we used to go to the public pool. Well, I always saw the other, older kids and kids my age who they just had a bit more courage and they learned how to swim. And I was always, I'll play with them, and then they go over to, start diving, and I was by myself, and I'm like, man, how does the other half live, right? So I would go get up, run to the 10-foot section, and I would just look and put my foot, do something like that. Then I run back because I get, nervous. And there was always a lifeguard there. So fast forward, the lifeguard had a great idea one day. He just figured when I went, he was waiting on me. And when I went and I was doing my little, what I call window shopping, I was like, la, la, la. This guy throws me in there in 10 foot of water. Now, what happened? I just started naturally doggy pedaling, and I came back to the ledge, and I was like, scared, but the lifeguard was laughing, and I made it. And then I had a choice. Like for some reason, I had the insight at that young age that I could have been pissed off or do something different. And I stood up, instead of getting mad, I threw myself back in the water. And I was like, wow, that was it. So in essence, I learned how to swim the hard way. Now, that was me. And I know I've talked to many people and throughout my life, and they've learned how to swim that way. But imagine, had I not did that, I most likely would have never achieved the dream of becoming a United States Marine. Because Marine, we are amphibious. We must have qualifications where, land and sea, hence the name Marine. So just imagine that one decision, that moment, I had a choice. Now, same situation, Daniela.
Now let me ask you something. I don't think I ever asked you before. You said you would go over and like look into the deep end. Did you ever go in the low end and knew how to swim, or you just didn't know how to swim at all at that
Oh,
point?
I didn't know how to swim at all. I mean, so I asked people, I wanted to learn, and they all said doggy paddle. That's where, so doggy paddle was the one thing, I did, but I would do it and then kind of come back
Water, but in the low end.
in the low end, but it wouldn't it wouldn't take for me.
Yeah.
Like I would just, like, I would still go down.
Oh, okay.
So then, but again, just the way I described it. But love, I don't know. Can you tell who's there? Because you can tell better than I can, or you can't?
No, it doesn't.
Okay. No worries. So, when we went to Costa Rica,
Yeah.
and we were at the mastermind, and we were surrounded by abundance and beauty and beautiful souls, and people you probably saw the video before Daniela came on. We apologize. We can't see because of the way that the feed's there. We can't see. We're going to comment afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're watching this, we were trying to play Daniela's epic moment. And Daniela, lead us into that, the whole experience.
Well, heading over to Costa Rica, first of all, I think I explained the other day, I wasn't even going to go. And then I decided to go. I said, I kept an open mind about the whole thing. And we get there, and we were at Hector and Isabella's, and we're talking about the upcoming event. And one thing Hector mentioned was this, ledge, this high ledge that's at the mansion that we were staying at. And he's like, oh yeah, this is going to be an exercise to, help people conquer their fears of different things. And I'm like, yeah, I'm good. Right away.
I can see you already too doing that.
You remember sitting there? We were sitting there at that table with everyone eating and in the living room little thing there. And him and Isabel are like telling us about it. He goes, oh, you're going to do it. He goes, everybody's going to do it. I said, yeah, not me. I was actually getting mad. I'm like, oh, I'm ready to get out of here already. I was ready to take a plane back. I'm like, nobody forced me to jump on it. The fear and anxiety came up. I'm like, oh my God, am I not going to have a choice in this? Are they going to force me to do this? And everybody's like, oh, you'll do it. You're going to do it. I said, no way. So fast forward a few days into the, I think it was like the third day or so into the, or no, it was almost the last day into the mastermind. I had a conversation with Dr. Obam, who was there, who's a Marine and very amphibious. And, he obviously has taught many people how to swim. And I said, look, I have an open mind. So can we start small? So he's like, sure, whatever you want. He's very calm, patient with me. We went over to 5 feet, whatever it was, 5 feet. Then we moved up, we jumped in, holding it. Of course, I'm holding his hand. And then a little bit higher. Honest to God, within probably 20 minutes, like, okay, I'm ready. I'm going. And he's like, you sure? And I'm like, exactly. And I don't know what it was. I shared this before. Emilio, the summer before, tried, at Live, they had the pool. I could do 4 feet. I was like hesitant. I would hesitate.
3 feet. You're giving yourself an extra foot. And tell people you have floaties. I mean, I literally had it on Facebook where you had floaties.
I had floaties on. I was the whole 9 yards, and I was still scared. And this is 4 feet or 3 feet. And then the pool was higher, obviously, and I did go in the other end, but not jumping in. And it just didn't work for me. I still had that little bit of fear. So here we are in Costa Rica, and I'm like, yep, let's go up. So Dr. Obama and me, we went up, stood there, and the energy, from all the participants, like Karen and Lori and T and Jenny, had to be it, because I don't know what other reason that is that I just went, because in my whole life, you're talking 30 years, I just, it was like, it would be the end of the world for me to jump into something like that.
Yeah.
So, stood there, he's like, whenever you're ready. And just holding his hand, it was like I was in a dream or something.
Yeah.
Oh, calm. And he's like, whenever you're ready. So I'm like, I'm going to count 3 backwards. He goes, 3, 2, 1. Any other time I would have been like, we was like, and we just went. And I didn't even feel it. And obviously, he pushed me up. Emilio was there. You were there. Jenny, everybody was there to, make sure I was okay. But not knowing how to swim, who does that? Jumps off a cliff into 30 feet.
I'll be honest with you. My ass would not have done that, not knowing how to swim. So, and I'm a guy, there's no way I would have jumped unless my life depended on
There
it.
was a call.
Okay.
So that was
But
it. And then I not only did that once, I got out, went around, went back up, and did it a second time.
wow. So Danielle, again, kudos to you, love, because I spent many frustrated times back and forth, and it created a lot of arguments between you and I because we knew we were going to go to this mastermind probably 5 or 6 months in advance, right? So we knew we were going to go, and we were trying to, get you to swim, and just nothing I did kind of worked. We had some little successes where you were doing something, but nothing. I did not see this coming. Like for you to jump off the ledge, and if you guys see the video, it looks a lot more intimidating than that backside. You see, when you see this, it's like, ooh, yeah. And for somebody who knows how to swim, it can be intimidating. Imagine when you just don't know what the hell is going to happen when you go down. But Daniela mentioned that it's about the community, the support that she had, that she knew that even though she didn't know how to swim and really navigate that, she didn't really coordinate that. She knew she had people who had her back. She knew she had people behind her back, not, really, literally and figuratively. We were all there supporting each other. We cried together. We shared so much about ourselves during this mastermind, and without giving it away, because there's people that are still planning, they've never done this before. And we got some of our tribe. We have one person that's going with us right now, us meaning me. And we want to let you know, we still have that one spot left. And so if you want to experience a breakthrough, if you want to be around people that are really there for your benefit, let us know. Let us know. It's going to be, when is it, baby? What do we have, like less than 11 days, 12 days?
Yes, tomorrow will be actually 10 days until you leave. Yeah, 11 days till the actual mastermind. So, I mean, all I can say is like it was one of the best experiences of my life. And like Emilio just said, I had small successes here and there, but and it's not like I didn't have him that, at the pool, where to, support me. I knew he wasn't going to let me, but it just didn't happen. It just didn't happen. And until this experience, I guess the support of everyone there and cheer me on and the energy that was coming, I'm just going to do this. It's something that it was 30 years in the making,
Now, you said that. Can you share with people, what did you do when you went to the bathroom and you were all by yourself after this happened? I'm curious. What did you do?
And it's so funny because I just watched this video right before we came on. Again, every time I watch it the first time, I like smile from ear to ear. Like, it's a big achievement for me. Maybe for some people, it's like, oh wow, she jumped in a pool. It is like huge for me, And I went back inside after thing, and I went in our bathroom in the room there, and I looked in the mirror, and I was like, yes, you did it. I was like talking to myself, and I'm like, I just kept like cheering myself. I was so proud of myself. I couldn't believe I did it, and to me, like I said, it was like one of the biggest things I ever did because that was a huge thing. And that is, raising my son as close as I was to my son, and we did so many things together. I regret, missing out on, like, we used to go to beach all the time and all, but I had a back, I'm laying out getting a tan, and he's in the water with, my whatever. And I couldn't enjoy any of that because I was so scared. We would go to the water parks and I'd be like, and I regret that because there's so many good times I missed out on. So this is why these kind of events are important, because, maybe somebody who was only 2 years in with their fear of water. You don't have to go wait 30 years, you can have this breakthrough, or some other breakthrough. It doesn't have to be, now is the time, you know what I mean? Don't wait 30 years. Don't wait, half your life and waste half your life and miss out on so many great moments because of a fear. These are the kind of events that will help you break through that. Cause I am like an example. I'm forever grateful to Dr. Forever grateful to have.
Amen.
It would have never happened otherwise.
Amen. Amen. Thank you, babe. Thank you for that. Friends, family, and our spiritual fitness community. Yeah, so we wanted to bring this on to you. we wanted to let you know that we still have this opportunity. So if you're looking for a breakthrough, you're looking for an opportunity, this isn't for everyone. This is not for everyone, but we still have one slot that was slated to me by Hector Rodriguez Corabello because he's part of our spiritual fitness brand. He wrote a book. He wrote a chapter in our book called How Depression Made Me a Millionaire. And his wife, Isabella, who, by the way, a shout out to her. Her birthday is today.
Yay, happy birthday, Isabel.
Her birthday, Isabella. She came out and she has chapter 2 and edition number 2. And so we built a bond, we built a community, and Hector just gave me the opportunity to bless 2 people with the lowest discounted rate ever. And so here's the deal. If this sounds like something, and if it's still available, by the time you see this video or you share it with someone, understand that you must be COVID tested. Understand you must have a passport, right? It is Costa Rica.
Mhm.
And I just want you to make you aware of that. And it's a match for 5 days, food, laundry is taken care of. You're going to have to participate in all the classes. It is an amazing, amazing experience. And by the way, I didn't add that Forbes Riley, she's going to be there among other speakers, really coming from around the world in a very intimate setting. So that's what I want you to know. We don't have 25 to 30, 40 people. That's not what this is. This is an intimate setting so that you get to live and experience the lifestyle. Can you hear me? All right, can you hear me? No? Can you hear me? No?
Can't hear.
Okay. Well, listen, no worries. We're going to end this. So reach out to us. Just reach out, call us, do whatever you have to do to reach us. But we still have the one slot left. Okay, guys. Have a good one. And we're going to end with this. We're going to end with this. If I can find it. Bye-bye.